Hey everyone, how you doing today? Okay, I hope you doing good, feeling cute, well hydrated. I am wearing my #1 in innovation hat today. Shout out to all my Sun Devils ASU, because this is the vibe today, y'all. I'm feeling innovative and I wanted to film this video. It's actually been requested by a couple friends of mine, which is about how I became a homeowner at the age of 24. Y'all, I'm not here to toot my own horn. This is all the good Lord, and also due to a lot of really awesome resources out there for first-time home buyers. So if you're interested in my story, interested in how I did this, stick around. This is my little puppy baby going nuts over here saying you should stick around. And we'll get right into it. Okay, so to start off with a little bit of background about me and my situation. So I am currently 25, going on a cute 26 in a couple of months, and I own a condo in Phoenix, Arizona. It is a little under 1,000 square feet. It's 2-bedroom. There's a loft upstairs, a bedroom downstairs, and then a living room, kitchen, and also a bathroom. So it's a cute little spot, and this is my first property. And I bought it actually when I was 24, so it's been about a year and a half now that I've owned it. And I actually bought it prior to getting married, prior to being engaged even. So my now husband and I were seriously dating at the time, but I had told him like, yo, I really want to buy a property. I want it to be in my own name. I feel like I can do that right now. And he was super supportive and was like, yes, you do you. And so now this is where we live. At the time when I bought this place, I was working at a marketing agency. I recently left that agency, but I was working there. I was making a cute salary for Arizona, but it was less than $50,000. And I was living in a 1-bedroom at the time. I was paying about like $800 in rent. Yeah, about $800 in rent. And that was a stretch for me. So when I say it was a stretch, like I didn't have spending money a whole lot outside of that. I was, paying all my bills and everything myself. So I was happy having my own space, but I was not out here, in the streets. And so when it came time to renew my lease, I had talked to my parents, and my parents have always been big proponents of home ownership, in particular Black home ownership. And so they were like, yo, Sandra, you should look, because from what we've seen, prices in Phoenix, like you might end up paying about the same as you would with an apartment. So at that time, like I said, I was in a 1-bedroom, but the average apartment price for one bedrooms where I was around like, I'd say $1,100 to $1,400. So I was on the cheaper end of things, and that's because there's a couple things sacrificed there. By sacrificed, I mean like there was no in-unit laundry room, it was older, stuff like that. Anyway, my parents encouraged me to look, and so I was on Zillow. Shout out to Zillow. Like, Zillow is a great place to start because you can put in your price range, which at that time, what I was looking for was things under $150,000. And I had came to that number because at the bottom of Zillow pages, there's a section where it gives you estimated monthly payments. So I was like, okay, what would an estimated monthly payment look like under $800, which is what I was about paying at the time. And I kind of stretched it up to 1,000 or so, and that was around the 150K range. So anyway, I was looking for stuff on there, and I saw some really cute things. And so I ended up, telling it was my boyfriend at the time, was like, babe, do you want to go look at places with me? So just based on Zillow, we popped up to a couple of places, and I think it was the second or third place, God, shout out to God, had placed a realtor there to meet us. And this realtor was literally like, yo, he was also Black. He said, I see you out here. I want to help you out. I know this is your first time. I've done this so many times. I'll walk you through it. Like, let me help you find a place. So he kind of took me under his wing and honestly was like very fatherly in the sense of like the advice he would give. And it was still obviously a professional relationship, but it was kind of like, yo, person of color to person of color, I got you. So actually, I ended up putting in an offer for a different place that was a little above my budget. It was around 180, and we didn't get that place. And I was kind of discouraged. It was a cute little condo too, but then I was like, nah, you know, my God is good. That just means there's something else out there for me. And sure enough, I think it was like 2 places later that we had looked at, I saw this place, my now condo, fell immediately in love with it. And so from there, that's like kind of the backstory, but I want to tell you more specifics about what I did and how I knew that I could afford this. So one of the biggest challenges to home ownership is down payment. Generally, folks recommend that you save 20% of the cost of the home. So like I said, my budget was 150. 30, that 20% would be 30K. And let me tell you, y'all, I did not have 30K in my bank account. I didn't even have 5K. I honestly didn't even have 3K. So I was just like, all right, I know I can afford a mortgage payment because like I said, the payments were anywhere between 800 and 1,000, but I was like, I need money for the down payment. So something that the realtor clued me in on was, hey, you live in Arizona, there's actually lots of first-time homebuyer programs. It's based on your credit score. I'm pretty sure you could get, you know, some free grant money. And so that's what I did. I'm actually gonna link some resources below in the description box about these first-time homebuyer programs. I live in Arizona, but they actually exist in most states. There's different programs. Some are through the Federal Housing Administration. The one that I did was actually locally here to Arizona, and I had a pretty good credit score. I think somewhere in the 700s. And so that was essentially what made me eligible to get this grant money. So I ended up getting I think it was around $15,000 or $16,000 worth of grant money, meaning that I don't have to pay it back through this program to be used towards the down payment. And so out of pocket, from closing to everything, I paid about $2,000 out of pocket, and I had no closing costs because the realtor negotiated for the seller to pay those. So God really hooked your girl up. I did have, like I said, I had about $3,000 in my bank account. I spent the $2,000 over the course of the home buying process. Some of that was for the inspections, and there's a couple different things you have to do, but that my down payment was covered through the grant money. And the conditions of that is that I have to live here as my primary residence for 3 years, which I was planning to do anyway. So otherwise, were I to break that, then I would have to pay the grant money back. Another thing with it is the interest rate is slightly higher, and I can't refinance until after that 3-year period is up. So my interest rate is somewhere around like close to 4%, but not quite 4. Sorry, y'all. I don't have the specific numbers, but I have like a whole stack of paperwork that I haven't looked at since my closing meeting. But yeah, so that's a little bit higher than what I could get had I not used the grant money. But again, like it adds maybe a couple dollars a month to my mortgage payment. So I was willing to do it. Yeah, it's been a huge blessing. That is how I got this place. I can tell you my mortgage is $1,009 a month. So it is more than I was paying at that previous apartment, but it's equal to what I would be paying somewhere else for a nice, you know, or more modern 1-bedroom or even 2-bedroom. it's been a huge blessing, and I get to make it my own, knowing that, you know, we're gonna be here, Adam and I, you know, starting our married life here, and God willing, want to keep it in the family and be able to pass it down, you know, to my children to use and to future generations. So I say all that to say, I'd encourage you, if you're interested in home ownership, as a single woman, as a married woman, really doesn't matter. There are ways for you to do that, and there are programs out there for people just like you. It just takes a little bit of education and searching, and I'm so grateful to that realtor who took me under his wing. That's what I want to do for other people, share, you know, the information that I've gotten so that they can, you know, level up and do what it is that they want to do. Yeah, I feel like I've been going and talking a lot, so I hope that this has been helpful for you. But I just want to tell you, sis, like, you can do this. And if this home ownership is truly a desire of your heart, like, God knows the desires of our heart, and he is so faithful. And it's not always in our timing or in the way that we expect it to do, but I can tell you, my God always comes through, and he loves you, and he, like, will really blow your mind. So, like, talk to him about it. Talk to him about your desires and your dreams. And I've seen him, you know, use people like that realtor to you know, bring the necessary resources into your life. So I send you with peace and blessings. If you like this content, let me know. I would love to know. I'm happy to share more about this, do a cute little home tour, whatever you're interested in. Also, if you have not hit that subscribe button, go on and do that for your girl. Do it for your girl. Oh. I know that last note was not it at all, but subscribing would be a good move. Okay, bye until next time.